Hello YouTubes. If you like to cut and weld metal like I do, this might look familiar. A big Lincoln to do MIG welding, either shielded or flux core. Smaller welder to do TIG welding, more intricate stuff. A little plasma cutter, and I think there's a stick welder there as well. Wouldn't it be great if you could save some space and more importantly save some money without having to buy all these separate welders and cutters? If you could just get one machine that did all? This is the First Test MP200. First Test. It's a funny name, but let's go with that. Yes Welder are kind enough to send this to me for an honest review, which is ideal because I don't have a clue what I'm doing. So if I can make it work, anyone can. This is a new machine that they've been working on. I think it started off as a Kickstarter project and now it's fully available for you to buy. But it's up to me to test it out and make sure it does what it's supposed to do. So we will have a walk around of the machine and all the parts you get with it. I'm not going to be doing any actual testing today because, as you can imagine, being multifunction, it would be way more than I could fit in one video. So first of all, we'll have a look around the machine and then we'll look at all the goodies you get with it. First thing you'll notice is the size difference with the new machine and the new design. It's a fair bit bigger than the standard Yes Welder TIG series and plasma cutter machines. Bear in mind that's two machines. But it is still slightly narrower than your standard Lincoln type MIG welder. And trust me, it's just as heavy as a MIG welder. But that makes sense. There's a lot more going on inside that machine. It has to do a lot more. And let's face it, weight means quality. On this side, we have the usual access panel for your MIG wire. You'll fit the nice big roll of wire in that side, no problem at all, and all your usual adjusting areas here, your terminals that you'll probably have to switch over depending on what you are doing. Round the back end, we have got MIG gas in. Now it says cut gas, but I'm pretty sure it means cut air. So compressed air would go in there for plasma cutting. On off switch, cooling fan there, another cooling fan down there. A little area here to attach your water filter for the air. So the compressed air would go into a water filter and then from there it would go into your inlet for your plasma cutter. And also at the back, obviously we've got our power cord. Now they're doing it a bit differently this time. They are going straight to a 220 plug. On the smaller machines, it starts off as a 110 and you get a 220 adapter. Presumably then, because this is a 110/220 machine, there should be an adapter to reduce that down to a 110. Either way it should work. As long as this cable is thick enough to do the 220, it doesn't really matter what the plug is like at this end. Other side, solid, nothing opens here. You got some vent holes there. Nice big carrying handle at the top. But the front end is where it gets interesting. Nice big dust cover here. And instead of the old LED single display type shenanigans, look at this, don't you just love a brand new machine? Oh, I'm going to take my time with that, I'll do that later. This is all digital readouts, which hopefully I'll be able to switch on today and let you see what that does. Multifunction, and from the reviews I've seen, this is really clever. Memory settings, all that kind of thing, but we'll do a full review on that another day. Obviously we've got all our inlets for hoses and outlets and all sorts of stuff. I don't know what that is. It might be a big fuse. Who knows? We'll find out later. But overall, so far, it's quite a nice looking machine. Moving on to the accessories. Let's see what we get. Oh, so much stuff. You know what? I'm going to put this all out on the table and then we'll go through it. No one No one cares about unboxing videos anymore, right? Back in a minute. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Let's take a closer look. The first thing I noticed that I'm not noticing is a massive instruction manual. Now, I will look into that to see if it's supposed to come with one. There is a nice sort of quick start guide type deal. It's got a welding setting chart. Maybe they just presume that you know what you're doing. But even for installing things like this, I know what this is, but if you're new to welding, you won't know what that is and you won't know where it goes. So as I say, I'll look into that and see if it's supposed to come with an instruction manual or not. As I said earlier, this is obviously part of the Kickstarter original limited edition stuff. So it's possible that not everything comes with the kit, but I'll get to that as we go through it. Right, let's start with, that will be stick welding clamp. Never used that. I'm actually looking forward to buying some electrodes or whatever they're called. That's how basic I am. I don't even know how to use this, but I want to try the stick welding thing. This is your air hose that's for your compressed air coming in, so you can use the plasma cutter. There's the plug adapter I was talking about. That's not right. That is not going to work. No, wait a minute. Oh, that is going to... Oh, I see, it's reversed. Just so that you know what I'm talking about here. This is your standard Yes Welder kit, and it comes with a 110 plug attached to the machine, and then you get this adapter part that takes it up to a 220. This is the opposite. This is, you would plug your 220 into that from the machine, and then it goes down to a 110. So that explains that. So that's what I was talking about before. This is an gas. Actually, I think that's for your shielding gas to go from your bottle to the machine. That's obviously a big ground clamp. This is your MIG torch. This, it all feels really good actually, really nice and sturdy. I like it a lot. So obviously you've got your little, your nozzle on the inside and your shield on the outside. Brand new. This feels really nice and solid as well. Moving along, that's another air or gas pipe, which is going into your TIG welding torch. Next up, we'll get to the accessories after. This will be your plasma cutter torch with a safety so you don't accidentally burn whatever it is you're working on. Again, feels really nice and solid, sturdy. Pre-attached cups and nozzles and stuff there. Right, small accessories. Now this is what I was saying, I'm not sure if all of this stuff comes with the kit. It might be a limited edition deal. This was packaged with that, because that is TIG, and that is TIG. That all came together. Huge bag of whatever they are. This is cups for the, careful now, I think that's plasma cutter stuff. And this whole box of TIG accessories, maybe that's, oh my goodness, I don't know. I guess I'll find out. But yeah, this, I had to pay extra for this kit on my small Yes Welder. Presumably that's the little glass cups. That didn't come with the kit, and I'm not sure if it comes with this kit. Make sure you check if you're thinking of getting this, that you get all these things, or at least you know if you're not getting them. Also got an extra set of MIG accessories in here as well. Your standard little metal wire brush with the little chipper to get rid of the slag. And finally we have our little air water filter for your air coming in, your compressed air, to keep your plasma cuts nice and clean. Little bracket for the back of the machine, a couple of little nozzles, and I'm out of breath. That's a lot of stuff. More stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Right, what's the plan? First thing I need to figure out is where I'm going to put everything. Now that I've got it out the box, it's actually going to take up a fair bit of space. So I need to be creative. I'm thinking, remember that trolley cart that I made for the Lincoln? There's plenty of space below that. So I think I'll probably make a shelf for the new multi-purpose Yes Welder, and maybe a small shelf for accessories, somewhere in between. That's the plan. Now, I'm not expecting anyone to rush out and buy this today, because we don't know if it works yet. But I will provide a link below, and you can check it out yourself, and we can see what we get with the kit. Whether we get everything that I just showed you, or if you have to purchase extra stuff. Presumably, there will be everything in the box to get you started, but as I said before, the likes of this accessory box, I did have to buy that on top of my other stuff on a previous video. But you might get it with this kit, who knows, we'll find out, I guess. But so far it all feels good, but that doesn't really matter if it doesn't work good, so we will find that out on the next video that I do. But for now, I just want to say thank you to Yes Welder for sending this out to me to give an honest review, and it will be an honest review. I'm not going to mess about, but there's no strings attached with the Yes Welder. They seem pretty decent, and they don't want people getting a false impression of the product. So far, the two machines that I've got have been first class. I've not used them for long, so I would need to do a long-term review in, 6 months or whatever. So far, I really like them, and if this does what it says in the tin, it's going to be great, and it's going to help a lot of people out, both with space and budget. Right, I'm off ski. I need to go and modify my welding cart again, and I will see you on the first full review. Part 1, I think I'm going to do is flux core MIG welding, because I do have flux core wire and I don't have gas to do shielded. So that would be the first experiment on this lovely new machine. Thanks everyone, and especially thanks to my Patreon subscribers, members, donators, everyone. Thank you all for watching. I couldn't do this without you. Where do I start? I'm so excited. Christmas every day at Scott Roads. Bye bye.